If your drone footage looks boring, it's probably because you're filming from the safest, easiest place in the sky, which is high up. And don't get me wrong, you need these shots too, but we can do better, I think. So today I'm going to give you 5 cinematic moves that will instantly make your footage look much more cinematic. And you can do this with any drone, even if you're a beginner. I'm also giving you my 5-step system that makes these moves work, which I'll explain one step at a time, so you can copy this as we go. G'day friends, most beginners try cinematic shots by doing random pans and spins or flying up really high, and you absolutely still need to do these shots because they explain to the viewer the world that you're in. The problem is, if you just do these types of shots, you end up with footage that looks like a moving postcard. At the end of this video, I'll put all these shots together so you can see what a difference it actually makes. But let's start with move number 1 and the first step of my board system. I know it's spelt wrong, but I just couldn't make it work with traditional spelling. So please don't be too harsh in the comments. Let's get into it. Now, before you touch the sticks on your controller, pick the background that makes that shot worth seeing. It can be a mountain, a lake, a skyline, or a coastline, whatever your wow part of the image is. In this case, it's a pier. Also, if there's anybody from Australia watching this video, if you know where this pier is, comment below. And now we have the first cinematic move, which is fly down low. And why this works is because the ground or the water moves fast closer to the camera. The background moves slow, so it gives you that instant depth. And how to do this shot, you get down low, safely of course, near texture, grass, sand, rocks, shoreline, water, anything. Fly forward steady. No frantic corrections, try to fly in a straight line. And just keep moving slow because cinematic footage is basically simple movements. And what to avoid when you're doing this type of shots, if you're so high that the ground isn't moving fast, you're not down low enough. Now that you know that move, you'll find that it works really well in what we're going to talk about in step 2. Now we're going to cover the foreground because the foreground is what gives that drone footage that feeling of extra depth. And the move for this step is to shoot through an object. And why it works is because it adds a foreground, a middle ground, and a background all in the one shot. Because you have that foreground element, something close to the camera that you move past, and then it reveals the subject beyond. And then of course you see what's beyond that. As you can see here, I've got a series of shots here, but you can literally use the drone to fly through or around anything. So how you do this shot is that you find a safe gap. It can be posted in the pier like this one, or it could be underneath the pier like this shot, or it could be over the top of this building, or it can be from foliage or something like that in the foreground. Now the trick for this shot, it can be really tricky, is that if you've got a drone with obstacle avoidance, you will have to turn that off. So just switch to sports mode because that will automatically make it have no obstacle avoidance. And then you fly through the object slowly or around the object slowly. Just be really careful. What to avoid here again is to not change direction. If you're going to move sideways, move sideways. If you're going to move forward, move forward. Don't move forward then sideways because it just makes that shot look strange. Now just quickly, if you want to make these shots look good without guessing all your settings every single flight, I've got a free drone starter kit that gives you my beginner settings so you can go out and have great shots every time straight away. It's free, so just grab it from the link below. And let's jump into the next step. Now we're going to talk about the route or the route, depending on where you come from. This is a cinematic shot that has a very specific start and an end, and it's really easy to do. And the move is called the reverse reveal. And why it works is this shot creates mystery, and then as you reveal more of the scene, it shows you more of the environment you're in. The trick to do this shot is to start close on something, a tree, a rock wall, as I said, in this case, a pier, fly back slowly to reveal the bigger scene and also fly up at the same time. Just keep it really simple, backwards, rising slowly at the same time, and that's it. But make sure you have obstacle avoidance on because you're flying backwards. You can't see what's behind you. And what to avoid with this shot is don't do a 4-at-once move combo. Just pull back in one smooth move and up at the same time, and that's it. Now, direction is the story of the camera move. This is one of those shots that just looks great all the time. And the move for this is flying forward and tilting up at the same time. And why it works is because you have momentum as you fly forward, but the world isn't revealed until you start to tilt up. How to do this shot is to start with the gimbal slightly down to show motion. So basically here we're flying over the water and you can't see anything else but the water. Then fly forward at a consistent speed and then slowly teal up. Teal. Is it a color? Then slowly tilt up to reveal the subject. The key here is to keep forward speed consistent while you're tilting at the same time. And what to avoid, of course, is don't change your speed while you're tilting. And this shot works hand in hand or in tandem with the next shot we're talking about. Now the ease of a shot is what makes everything look premium. And the move for this is to rise up plus the gimbal down at the same time. And this works because it's actually a transformation of the scene. It turns a normal scene into something much more interesting. And it takes a view of an object and reveals the depths of that structure as you rise up. So how you do it is really, really simple. You start facing forward and then you rise up smoothly. Just go straight up. Don't go forward or back or anything like that. And while you're rising, you slowly tilt your gimbal down to show more of the subject. So what it basically does is it turns a two-dimensional image into a three-dimensional image. And what to avoid here is don't rip the gimbal down fast. A slow tilt feels and looks great. A fast tilt looks like you drop the controller and hit a button accidentally. So I've got a challenge for you. On your next flight, go to one location, shoot all 5 moves in various different ways, and you'll land with a really good sequence, not a bunch of random clips that can edit really well together. Now that you understand these 5 moves, the next question is, how do you make them look smooth on a beginner drone? And that's exactly what I break down in 6 tips on how to get good drone footage from any drone. Watch that next, and your footage will level up fast.